pull them because air travel's down so much. But the globalists don't care that own the airlines. They print the money. But some of the executives and people don't like it. That's why Italy said they want to pull them out and are pulling them out. The subjects are asked about their whereabouts and if they are attempting to smuggle bombs or recording devices to the expo, proving that the technology is intended to be used at public events and not just airports. Individuals who do not satisfy the first lie detector test are then asked additional questions, and everyone's run through them. And then, of course, this is the new economy, so the only jobs, a lot of the guys going to the concert are actually going to be, well, I run one of these scanners down at the mall, Bill. How you doing? Oh, put me in the radiation bather. I love it. I just got diagnosed with testicular cancer at 31 yesterday. I don't know why, but I like the power. I like it. The implementation of Checkpoint USA, where citizens are routinely stopped, searched, and radiated by federal Viper teams, is further evidence of how America is crumbling into a Soviet style. The Soviets weren't this bad. Police state where the presumption of innocence until proven guilty is abolished and the Fourth Amendment eviscerated. I thought the Rand Corporation and the Pentagon built this police state up to protect me from the Ruskies. Oh, I'm sorry, they funded them from the start. Privacy organizations and civil rights lawyers need to actively and immediately bring lawsuits against the federal government for unleashing this tyranny upon the American people. It's also in Europe, I would add, as part of a bid to create a chilling atmosphere that ends all dissent and makes the people fear their own government, as they are made to prove that they are not criminals or terrorists on a day-to-day basis, while a high-tech slave pen is constructed around their entire existence. So let's make this the #1 search term. Feds radiating Americans. I think this is a pretty important issue. 3 words. We'll put it on screen. Feds radiating Americans. F-E-D-S is the first word. Radiating, R-A-D-I-A-T-I-N-G, Americans. Feds radiating Americans. 3 words. And the good news is here that many countries are announcing that they've done the trials, they're removing them. Italy to abandon airport body scanner project, AP. But meanwhile, Napolitano strikes back one day later, pitches plan for airport security in 190 nations, where the U.S. government's even offering money to get them to accept the scanners. There's another report here, body scanner backlash grows. And now in places like El Paso, they're trying to force everyone into the scanners. It's incremental conditioning. Here's Janet Napolitano urges next stage of airport screening. The questions, the interrogations, the brain scanners, the face scanners. That's in CBS News. All announced. Here it is from Homeland Security itself. Secure flight program. They're announcing the new dog training, the next phase, the next row of bigger, sharper Homeland Security shark teeth biting into you and your family. And who's been advising them? Who's been advising? The Stasi have been advising the United States and Europe on how to do this. And what does the Rand Corporation say? What does the National Intelligence Council say? They say it's the U.S. government's policy to merge us into a world government where by 2025 we are all biologically managed by the state to be cognitively enhanced. They're going to drug us. And their cognitive enhancement, they say mercury cognitively enhances you, is being a brain-damaged, servile idiot who doesn't notice that half the people on their block are dying of one disease or another. As they just incrementally turn the poisoning up, turn the death up. Executives are dying. Their kids are dying. They still don't care. They love it. They love dying. The cops love all the vaccines. They love shooting their kids up. They love the radiation blasters. They just love it. They love it. They love losing. They love failing. They love losing their humanity. They enjoy it because they have little fantasy shows with Jack Bauer and other TV programs where they torture people and spy and the government's good. That's television. You know, we put a video out, Is Glenn Beck for Real, where I say, well, he's moving in a better direction, admitting the world government wants to reduce our population. But he tells you it's low-level communists that are doing it. Communism is only one fake revolution of the megabanks. And Beck's always quoting Carroll Quigley. If he read his 1,100-page book or read his other 500-page book, The Anglo-American Establishment, or 400 or whatever it is, he'd know that this guy was given access to the Rand Corporation and to all these other institutions. And he said, we're setting up a world government. We control the communist and the fascist. We fund it all. And we want authoritarian rule, and authoritarian rule is good. The Pentagon runs the communist. The Pentagon runs the Muslim extremist. The Pentagon runs the Black Panthers. The Pentagon runs Mecha and La Raza. The Pentagon is a giant Death Star to take down freedom. The Pentagon hates the troops and tells them DU is not bad for them and uses them as guinea pigs with experimental vaccines. You know, Iraq 1, Iraq 2, and Iraq and the folks from Afghanistan, all three of those wars in 1991, 2003 to now. And, of course, what's happening in Afghanistan, all of them have triple the rate of birth deformities and cancer. The children in Fallujah have a 14 times higher rate. And you don't care. You're like, hey, I'm going to wrap myself in the American flag. My wife's going to have a deformed baby, and I'm just going to salute George W. Bush. Oh, thank you for the DU, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, this is hell. This is hell. This is hell being released on us. Do you understand that? You understand our country was taken over a long time ago. The communists are run by the government. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The New World Order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
This may surprise you. Type 2 diabetes has reached epidemic proportions among both adults and children. You or someone you know may have it. Managing type 2 diabetes in conventional ways is a never-ending task. But this good news may also surprise you. A recent UCLA study proved that type 2 diabetes can be reversed in only 21 days. Purium Health Products recently developed a product that mimics the healthy diet used in that UCLA study, called Scoop of Greens, an easy, great-tasting, affordable way to give your body the nutritional tools to help it overcome type 2 diabetes. Scoop of Greens has been awarded the Diabetes Resource Center seal of approval, so you know it's safe. See Scoop of Greens and other world-class whole living foods and nutraceuticals at diabetichealthsolution.com. To order, call 888-747-6733. That's 888-747-6733. Mention GCN for a healthy discount and ask about the buy 3 get 1 free special. Start keeping type 2 diabetes in check at diabetichealthsolution.com.
I want to thank everybody that's made these Google searches successful. Feds radiating Americans. Let's make it number 1. Usually takes about 3 hours. I was just given a Medical Daily article, and this is one of the biggest areas of research, is anti-stress vaccines, anti-drug addiction vaccines. They lower IQ. They attack the synapses, the receptors in the brain. It's on record. Here it is. Gene limits learning and memory in mice. And all these big universities, the Pentagon, they're studying the gene CA2, similar to humans, where they can lower the IQ and erase the memories of mice with one succulent injection. Of course, the U.S. IQ has dropped, depending on the region, 10 to 20 points. Fluoride does that alone. And people probably can't even help themselves right now. It's just, you know, I mean, I'm here telling you they're radiating your houses. I'm here telling you they're poisoning your water. And a lot of people are like, you're so mesmerized by the television, by all of it, you don't care. And there's all these political prostitutes who'll sell out their whole society, their family. Look, there's no selling out to this. When it's done and set up, it's going to kill us. I had a top researcher on who was one of the only people to ever be given access to the RAND Corporation's internal documents. And it was all world government, total domination, dumbing us down, total enslavement, the end of the family, funding wars, staging terror attacks. I mean, what do you think all of this is about? What do you think this is? What do you think hiring the Stasi is? What do you think training kids to tattle on mommy is? It's pure evil. Deleting a certain gene in mice can make them smarter by unlocking a mysterious region of the brain considered to be relatively inflexible. Scientists at Emory University School of Medicine have found. But then the government, it goes on, is studying how to turn it off. Mice with the disabled RGS14 gene are able to remember objects they've explored and learned to navigate mazes better than regular mice, suggesting RGS14's presence limits some of the learning and memory. The results were published online this week in the early edition of Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. The RGS14 receptors to hold mice back mentally. John Hepler, Ph.D., professor of pharmacology at Emory University School of Medicine. And all these scientists are good people, and most of them are. They're just hired. They develop the thing to, let's unlock the mind. And the government's like, we could turn the mind off with this. And what does Wired Magazine report? That Marshall, the head futurist there, at Net Assessment Office says, they're already testing amnesics on the troops after something bad to erase their memory. Halcyon's one of the drugs. This just goes on and on. These people. Oh, heaven help me. And then I've got this report right here. Internet's creator slams blight of web disconnection laws. Tim Berners-Lee, the man credited with inventing the World Wide Web, warned of the blight of new laws being introduced across the globe, allowing people to be cut off from the internet. There's been a rash of laws trying to give governments and internet service providers the right and the duty to disconnect people, he told a conference of web science at the Royal Society in London. The current blight includes French law that comes into effect this year that threatens to cut people off if they illegally download from the internet, and a new British law passed in April which could see similar action. There's no judge, no jury, they just do it, including shutting down whole websites. If a French family can be forcibly disconnected from the internet by a law for a year because one of their children downloaded something that a company asserts with no proof that they should not have downloaded without trial, I think that's kind of inappropriate punishment. He added, I'd like to go on using the internet. If it gets cut off or for some reason, I don't have the second part of the article. Did you guys print me that? Headline, Internet Successor Slams Blight of Web Disconnection Laws. That's coming up. We got Mark Dice at the 8 after. This is the GCN Radio Network, GCNlive.com. Our websites are prisonplanet.tv, where we're simulcasting a live video right now, and Infowars.com, JonesReport.com, prisonplanet.com. But the search term we need to get out to everybody, ladies and gentlemen, is key. Feds radiating Americans. Stay with us.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street